Tonight on Mir, Hildie, don't drink and divine. Anderos reminds us that we have no safety. And we meet the gang, Dr. Professor, Glorpp Garrett, and Chitter.
All right. Succinct. Who wants to attempt a recap?
That means you are it. Go, Trans.
We got off the boat and then got to this city, and then we got into a room, and Whisper's here, and I can't remember what I was going to say to her.
What's the name of the city?
Jerirag.
Yay! Anderos did a very important speech, and Thamor was fishing.
I remember the speech.
I did give a speech.
I remember the fishing.
And then Hildie told Ren his hat looked like shit.
Yes.
And immediately
Then
passed
out.
Yeah, we were sailing. Hildie experimented with the orb and got a curse that made her afraid of people. And then she shrugged that one off. So then she got another curse that made her want to destroy Ren's hat. And because she didn't want to destroy his hat, even though she kind of did, she nearly killed herself because psychic damage. Anderos gave an inspiring speech that everyone but Thamor listened to. We got to Jerirag. Oh, wait. Hildie nearly died, and Anderos brought Amos, and they had a heart-to-heart, and Amos nearly stole the orb, and then they all had a consensus that Hildie's not allowed to touch the precious without other people. Then we got to Jerirag, met with Chitter and Uppy, and tortured the dock constable once more with treacherous winds.
He deserved it.
He did.
Fuck that guy.
Did he, though?
Yeah, yes, he did.
All right.
And then we got to Chitter's lab, where we met Whisper, who is sort of the benefactor / leader of this little group. And then Chitter introduced us to his other colleagues, one of which is Dr. Professor Borst Tinley, I think? Yep. Borst Tinley. And Glorpp Garrett, who tried to weaponize oozes and turned himself into one.
Oh, he turned himself into an... Okay, that makes more sense than what I thought. I thought it was just a sentient ooze. That makes more sense.
No, he is part of the Mir. They are all about making, conventional uses of science, aka weapons, because what's more conventional than killing each other?
Right.
And his whole deal was, trying to weaponize oozes, create weapons, using them in some form or fashion, and, well, his experiments backfired. Some would say, anyway. But now he's a sentient-ish ooze that is kind of in a partial suit of sorts to keep him and others from getting dissolved, and so he can continue working on his experiments.
But his vocal modulator tends to glitch out and call himself Glorpp even when he tries to say Garrett.
And if you were to pry, it's because you'll learn that the others have tampered with it to do so. Because that's just what they do.
What fix?
I mean, they're science buddies. If science buddies don't play stupid science pranks on each other, are they really science buddies?
Oh, Hildie gets it. Trust me.
I won't ruin your research, but I will make you look stupid. We're friends.
You're starting to notice a trend in Jerirag that's usually the common ground.
Yeah, that's Hildie's MO, usually.
So, there was some kind of filling in some of the gaps just because there was a lot last session, as well as some fog brain on everyone's part, I think, because I was partially out of it too. But on the ship, you did have... You all knew you were getting talked to by Selûne and all of various other deities, trying to, again, once again sway you by a different means, showing you visions of, what she was trying to do to kind of sway you over, like convince you that what she was doing would be beneficial to you in some way or turn you to, you know, agreeing with her. And you also learned, again, through Anderos talking to the crew, that you're not the only ones that saw these kind of visions. It seems that Selûne has been kind of showing such things to everyone and spreading that unease amongst the crew of, like, are you really the good guys in the story anymore? Like, is it wrong to want to be, lured into these promises that this goddess is making of a better life, of a different time, of starting over? Like, if you're heading to oblivion, why would you keep heading towards it? But Captain not being swayed, as well as with Anderos' speeches, did turn a lot of faces back forward, kind of bolstering the courage of the crew, bolstering the courage of maybe your own party as well. Um, kind of setting things forward there. When you got to Jerirag, you did notice that, yes, the robot uprising that you had been alerted to a week ago was, well, nowhere to really be found. There was damage evident of there signs of some kind of fight, some kind of struggle, though you did learn from Forest and Whisper that most of that was not really caused by the robots, but by Uppy herself, who found it a wonderful excuse to test out many new weapons and explosives.
Oh, that's right.
So for the safety of the city, as well as to not get out of the order and all other things, they came up with a conglomeration, a cooperation of sorts between the Izzet and Mir Guild using a invention of sorts, which I'll have you guys roll to kind of figure out, see if you guys know what it is, or for those that were here, to teleport the machinations into another plane, where they don't really know. But they say that they still kind of randomly keep reappearing and stabbing people and assaulting people and then popping out of existence. And they are trying to figure out a more permanent solution before the White Order catches on and tries to dig deeper into it for various reasons. But most of that was done, mostly because, again, Uppy was likely going to cause more damage in the city than the robots were. What else? You did learn that Whisper is the point of contact between, the guilds to an extent, and I don't want to say resistance, but the others in Galran and others around that aren't, under trying to serve the White Order or just bending the knee to them. As well as more tidbit information I think disclosed there. Oh, yeah. And Boris kind of outlined a bit of a plan, or what he thinks the plans are for what dealing with these robots, whether it was to, dive into the other plane, figure out where they are and destroy them there, take the fight to the robots, wherever they may be, bring the robots back and fight them here, which he doesn't really recommend, but it's an option. Recalibrate the device to maybe permanently banish them there. He doesn't know if it's possible. Or, well, any other concoction you guys can think of, but that's what he came up with, at least for now. I will say, Hildie, we can already kind of start with some kind of background stuff, since we had some of that drop in
Mhm.
and hand wave in with some of the details, I suppose. Hildie, go ahead and roll me a history check to see
Okay.
if you know about what device he's referring to.
Okay. I'm not attuned to the orb, so my history is only a +10.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, that's a good thing because it's a 19.
Okay.
If that's not good enough, then I can add my Flash of Genius on top of that if you'll allow me. That gives me an extra 5.
Sure.
Puts it to
Okay.
24 total.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to roll for Ren just to see. Okay, Ren is very aware of it. And Orryn. Oh,
nice.
okay, Orryn.
Yes. That's my daddy.
Of course, Orryn knows a 20. All right. So as he's talking about, as you kind of poke and prod him, and we'll get to Whisper and that in a second, but just to give you guys something to mull over a bit. As he's kind of mulling over the details of the project, Orryn's brow furrows. And he pinches the bridge of his nose. And he just mutters, "You can't surely mean... Oh, by the..." Ren also, after seeing that, kind of scratches his head for a minute. And you see almost a proverbial light bulb go off as he just sits there and also sighs loudly. Hildie, as that's going on, with your roll to match theirs, you remember in the Is It, because it's long before even you started, there was a project many, many years ago before even the founding of the council. Well, when you get a lot of guilds and people that want to make things, there ends up being a lot of byproducts, trash. And disposing of it was becoming a bit of a problem. So the great minds of the Is It came up with a way to solve two problems. Two birds with one stone, as it was. Because, well, why not get rid of the trash and see if they can create a new plane of existence while they were at it? The project was deemed a partial success. They managed to teleport any inorganic material to this supposed plane. However, they could never prove where the plane was, what it was, or if it was a new plane or an existing plane they were sending it to, as any adventures or expeditions into it never returned or met with very disastrous results, i.e., usually piles of ash or other unrecognizable substances. Since then, this project was controlled by the guild and the councils. On every so often, they would have a trash collection of sorts and use the device by the joint operation. It is still unknown where this trash goes, or if it's to a new or old plane, but they are still under study.
Oh, man.
So it turns out they have used this device, registered the signal to anything matching that of Keeper's pulse, and blasting it all into whatever this trash dimension is.
Of course the Egghead developed a super-powered trash teleporter.
Where else are they going to put it? They couldn't dump it down south. The druids got pissed.
Oh.
And as far as organic waste removal, well, you already met that one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Greener greens.
Oh, yeah.
You met the organic trash collector. This is the inorganic trash plane of existence. Because again, let's see if they could create a plane of existence. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. They still don't know, but all they know is trash goes and it doesn't come back. Till now. Because the robots have been slightly being able to reoccur, so they don't really know what they did.
Oh, wait, the robots are coming back?
Yeah, that was a side effect, is they sent them back, but it hasn't been permanent. So far, some have still been able to re-manifest for short periods of time, they attack, and then are blinked back out of existence. They're not sure if it's an issue with the fact they just mass teleported sentient-ish inorganic bots to this plane, or if there's something going on in that plane, or if the device is malfunctioning because it's the largest use of it they've ever done. Because they did just essentially weaponize it. But yes, you are all aware of it because it is I won't say necessarily common knowledge, as far as the history of it's a little more vague, but you all rolled insanely high, and of course Orryn rolling in at 20. I'd say Orryn knows quite a bit about it because he's probably worked on it himself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Though this goes even before him, the creation of it. You know, back when they all thought they could play gods and create planes of existence, create gods, create life, you know.
Yeah, why not make a
Universe.
dimension? Sure.
I mean, hell, if you're gonna go create a god and create all that stuff, why not try and create your own place to live in it? So
is this something that Hildie would have ever had eyes on herself before now?
I would say Hildie's probably never actually seen the device itself.
Okay.
But you do know of it, and you've probably participated in one of these trash collection events that the council would have put on. Basically, it's just kind of gather your dead moment of gather all your trash, bring him to the council, and they'll activate the machine, and, well, it's not your problem anymore. Whose problem? They're still trying to figure that one out. They have not deemed it a success or failure because they do not know if the plane is actually a new plane or if they're sending it into some other plane of existence, but so far no complaint has been lodged.
Public service document shredding. The government will shred all of your documents for you. We promise that nothing will go wrong.
Except they're not documents, they're actually like,
I know.
scrap metal, failed experiments, all sorts of things that,
Yes.
would start piling up everywhere or just getting thrown in the ocean, which caused problems. So.
Which told me that the
Kind of.
crackheads are really in disrepair because they can't actually get the copper from anything.
Wait, what?
They're getting rid of all the salvage. What the crackheads gonna salvage now?
I mean, it's not like there's no salvage anywhere. Like, not everyone brings every scrap around, but...
You underestimate the ingenuity of these specific crackheads. I mean, think about where you are.
And to be fair, who says they have to wait to be scrapped to become salvage for some of these people here? I have explained that Jerirag had written... They experiment as much as they can. And,
I can just
people do
imagine
go
they have this
missing.
portal throwing scrap into this portal, and then some crackhead just has another portal pulling the scrap back out somewhere else.
For all you know, that could be the case. Like I said, they haven't proven where it goes yet.
And again, because of Jerirag's location on a mountain range, it's probably likely they've got large mines and other things that material is not necessarily in short supply. If they were suddenly like,
Oh, no.
we're running out of copper, they might do some recycling. As it stands, copper, it's like paper.
And to be fair, it's not like they would just throw away reusable stuff. If they can reuse it, they're going to. The stuff they toss is usually stuff that's deemed unsafe or unreworkable. So failed experiments they couldn't take apart, dangerous things, unstable magics, a whole host of things that, well, best we just kind of make it someone else's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
or make the problem
but
disappear.
if it's recyclable, they'll probably take it apart and reuse it because it's free material. Who wouldn't use it? So there's just some stuff that is best thrown away, and who knows where it goes, as well as experiments maybe deemed too unsafe and probably shouldn't be worked on. That, yes, we totally destroyed it. Totally. Trust us.
So in the case of the robots, I just want to be sure that I'm understanding this correctly. It was like used on a specific large scale just for these robots, and it was going after like it was keyed into Keeper's signal in some way, or
so it basically would normally target inorganic materials in its vicinity. I'm gonna skip them saying it in character, but they partnered with Mir to weaponize it. They basically overamped it, connected to a bunch of other devices. And through, because again, they were fighting the robots for a while. They managed to destroy some through the prowess of Uppy, and determined that what's caused them to go haywire is something specific that each of them have. So they just attuned it to that. So everything that shared that same signal, which ended up, to your note, what you guys know is what Keeper basically pulsed out when you blinked him into another dimension for a bit. They targeted that. So every inorganic thing that had that same signature was targeted by this giant pulse. So they basically mass EMP'd their own city targeting that.
Okay.
So, which had never been done. They've never hit the city with such a large scale with that machine before. It's never been designed to do that much output. And again, it's still an unknown. They don't know what it's going to actually do, so they're not entirely sure why things are able to come back briefly. Because, again, giant question mark. But yes. And I will say that's the conversation that Forrest and the crew are basically having with you guys. I didn't know if you want to, if Seabreeze, if you wanted to pull Whisper aside, or if you guys wanted to engage with her openly kind of deal. Or if you had any other questions before we move on to that.
I mean, I've been thinking about that. So, does Whisper... I mean, we all kind of showed up and, you know, met everyone, including Whisper. And my ring is glowing, so I know, you know, I think that she probably still has a ring, but, like, I can't remember with the world reset. Do I know who she is? Like...
You know who she is because you were part of the Faceless when she was part of the Faceless as well.
Okay.
Whether or not you interacted with her as Seabreeze in your time, I would say you probably didn't, because she was probably during your interim. She was around before you got the whole trapped in the Fey Wilds and we brought that story in. I would say you probably didn't interact with her directly, but you knew who she was, because I would imagine a member of the Faceless knowing the other high-ranking members.
Yeah, and so I'm struggling whether she would know any of my disguises. Like, this one was pretty common. I used to use this a lot, I guess.
She would probably not know your disguises in terms of, because I don't think, at least thinking about how the Faceless operated, I do not think you would have interacted with her directly, even in disguise. She would know who you were, like she would know.
If I said who I was, yeah.
If you said who you were, she would recognize the name. If you showed the ring, she would probably recognize who you were. She does not recognize your disguise, or even if you were to drop your disguise, she probably wouldn't recognize you.
Okay.
But she would know if you dropped the name, your Faceless name.
I'm not gonna say anything then to her and break the anonymity, but you know, I think what you're saying is, I believe I know who this is, and she said her name was Whisper?
Yes.
Okay, so that means something to me, obviously.
Yes,
I will just keep
dropping...
an eye on her, and I'm happy to make it like a persistent or frequently updated action to keep an investigation on her, to watch her. And what I'm looking for is, like, I don't trust her. I am wondering whether she's still part of the Faceless that I'm now tasked with disposing of. And or, you know, the loyalties within the Faceless, I'm imagining, are all over the place. So, you know, it's entirely likely that she isn't really the worst. And so maybe I wouldn't, you know.
There is definitely some chaos going on within the Faceless ranks.
Yeah.
I don't remember if Alton mentioned Whisper to you, but
I do know at the end of last session, Anderos was chatting with her a little bit and basically confirmed, one, she does still have a ring, but between her and Alton and Ren, I believe it was, they managed to essentially sever its connection with, or at least, again, this is what she said, sever the connection with the other Faceless rings, but in doing so, it lost some of its more potent magic.
Yeah, I think I also, because I'm trying to,
said she retired, basically.
Well, because she was sent to Jerirag, and then she went dark.
Right.
And I know there was kind of the dialogue, I think, with Alton in the other world, the real Alton that was in the other world, talking about how she and her got away, and working with Malil to basically rewrite the story, because now the Faceless are kind of acting on their own.
Okay, so I'm just being an idiot and not remembering all the things that
I don't.
Through. So
I also don't fully remember if I stated things directly or not, or if I hinted things too much. So
no, I think I'm remembering what you said now, and I should probably be more trusting. So what I'm saying doesn't make sense.
Okay, but you also do notice, I will say, if it does help, your other members are all, like, she mentions that she was Whisper, you know she's one of the Faceless, and they're all, like, openly talking to her. She doesn't seem like she's trying to, like, deceive off the get-go, at least. You can still be guarded, for sure. She might still be planning other things, but it doesn't seem like she's trying to be hostile or lead you into a trap, because, honestly, if she was trying to, this would be the weirdest way to do it. For a Faceless member, anyway.
This is kind of her specialty, though, isn't it?
A bit. I guess she is definitely more of a face among the Faceless, but...
Right, yeah. It's oxymoron, but... okay, well, I guess I'm not going to do anything, so I'll just yield to, whenever RP starts, I'll just let it flow.
Okay. So, play that how you want. We can have those conversations, we can interact with her directly, but... Does anyone else have anything? Or does anyone else want to do? Because like I said, that's kind of the spiel that Boris and the crew is going to give as far as general information, just to spare the in-character talk of how that complexity would have worked. But
Anderos, I think, will turn to Hildie and the rest of the Brain Trust. So you all understand what this invention, this device is, yeah?
In broad strokes, yeah.
Okay.
It's... Look, there's a lot of people that live here. They generate a lot of trash, and there was this trash removal system that basically just took everybody's shit and just banished it somewhere. They never knew where it was, and I don't think they really cared. But
right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dad, but sounds like they used that against the robots.
Yes, you see, before things got a little more, as you'd say, political here, there were experiments that were trying to create new worlds, explore new dimensions, the stuff that we little ones would dream of. And, well, that was one of them. We never did find out where it went. I think Ren, at one point, even wanted to investigate and be part of the investigation team, but, what was it you said, Ren? The last ones were... They came back as jelly. Oh, right.
Jelly. Describe... like Glorpp over there? Or different?
You see his face kind of just, like, get a bit disgusted as he kind of recalls the memories. He puts his hand up to his mouth. I'd prefer not to think too deeply about it. Like a underbaked cake, perhaps.
Right. Well, I'm a bit associated with planes myself. If nothing else, I can give it a look over. I've got some allies who might be able to discern where it's sending things, possibly. No promises.
Well, and I have an idea about maybe figuring that out too.
Wonderful. Ideas are always good.
Well, so have we seen this thing yet, or are we just talking about it still?
You're talking about it. It's not here.
Oh, okay.
Because he did mention that to get to the device, it is still operated by the council, because it was a joint like collaboration between the guilds, but the device isn't here.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, I would have to see it myself to know if I could do it, but I've got the head.
Right.
May as well see if I can use it. If it was keyed into to Keeper's signal in some way, then maybe I can plug it in and see if I can track it somehow. I don't know, I'm spitballing.
I heard you, sir. And, what will this head help us accomplish?
Well, it would be nice if we could at least have some kind of idea of where it's sending it.
Yes, but what exactly is this head going to do for us? Like, is it a head that was made here?
No,
you're talking in the presence of the other three. They're just kind of listening in.
Like, well, yeah, she's being purposefully vague.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just letting you know that they're hearing this. They're curious as to what you're talking about. A head plugging in a head to this machine.
Okay, I'm trying to think of how Hildie would play this. I don't know if we ever actually. He was wanting us to sign an NDA, right? I mean,
yes.
I don't know if we ever resolved that, but like, she's. But I think that her mindset at this point would probably be like, they want us to sign an NDA, but we're not allowed to keep our shit to ourselves. No fucking thanks. So.
You've discovered Jerirag's oxymoron at its finest.
Yep.
Well.
I'm just spitballing ideas, trying to work with what I have at my disposal. That's all. Tell you what, if I think that it's important, I'll let you know. Just like that finger gun wink.
Yes, what you think is important. Well, I will let you know if then I find it important, because that's what really matters here. Anyway.
For fuck's sake. Are we here trying to help you solve your problem, or are we just an inconvenience?
Well, that depends. Are you going to follow one of the many ideas that I've laid out for you, or do you have a idea of your own?
Look, your ideas
plug
basically
your head into the device. You're going to have to actually get to the device,
which you can help us with.
Isn't that the entire reason we're here?
Well, yes.
I mean, your idea has basically boiled down to get us to figure it out for you, right?
Well.
She's not wrong.
As you see, I am the brains of the operation, and you would be the hired brawn in the normal contextual scenario.
Oh, we're the brawn? Okay, if we're the ones coming up with the ideas, I would think that we're a little bit more than just the brawn in this.
Well, I have come up with several good ideas so far.
Name one.
Why, we just send you there to go fight them. Easy.
Right. That's the good idea when they've been coming back as jelly at best.
Well, that's only a few, and that was in the past before we tampered with it. Who knows what might happen now? It would be at the very least a very good experiment as well. We could also design you suits like Glorpp here. It might work.
Is that the suit that he had before he got blurped?
Oh, no. He was a man beforehand. Now he's like that. I take offense. We built him that so he could continue his work as his little slime appendages. We kept melting our equipment.
Right. Look, the point is, if we're the hired help, if you need the hired help, then maybe that means that your ideas haven't really been working, and maybe you should just trust the people that you brought in to do your work for you.
Well, I am trusting you to go to the plane and either fight them or figure out another way to fight them. Because, well, it's either that or I have to go propose to potentially shut the machine down and overload it, which I'd rather not do.
And you really think that actually seeing the damn thing is too big of an ask here? I mean, you do know who you invited here, right? We're not stupid people, dude.
Kind of looks at the crew. Well, a couple of you could have fooled me, but, yes. I can potentially get you in to see, but it's not as easy as you think. If you've ever been here before, claim to be knowledgeable of our fair city, you know that getting access to council property is no easy feat. There's paperwork, lines, more paperwork, actually. About 3 times as much paperwork as you would think. You have to give a dissertation, fill out a DCR.
I also know that there are ways around that stuff, man.
Why don't you swing those titles of yours around? So they actually can do some work.
I've spent so much time building up my reputation. I want to make sure we have a plan before we go in there and I ruin my good name to get you in to see this device. Is that too much to ask?
I suppose your reputation is more important than the people who are getting stabbed on a daily basis by...
Oh, those people are fine.
Oh, are they?
Just minor
they're
stab
fine.
wounds. Minor flesh wounds.
How many people have died to these minor flesh wounds? You don't know, do you?
I think
And this
it was
is
just
the good
one.
plan.
And that's because Uppy blew him up immediately.
Oh, God.
Yes, casualties.
Look, man, I gotta be honest with you. This device is the centerpiece of this entire issue. And you didn't have enough foresight to think that we might want to actually take a look at this thing, so you don't have a way to get us in?
I do have a way to get you in. I just want to make sure that I'm going to be swinging my titles around, as you say, ghastly in the wind, that I have a good reason to do so, and to believe
You
that
brought
will get
us
the job
here.
done.
That's
Right.
your job, man.
No. She brought you here.
Short
She
stack,
said
just-
you were the best, and I
just-
wanted to confirm it for myself.
So you gotta let us do something to prove that we are the best you could have brought in.
That is, so what is your plan then? Enlighten me. Give me the dissertation that I am ready to hear. Mind is open.
You've got a robot problem. You brought us in
Yes.
to deal with it. You don't know where you sent them. You don't know how they're coming back. You only know that they're there. And in your mind, the only solution is to send over expendable idiots to either get turned into goop or do your hard
That
work
was
for you.
solution 1A. If you recall, there were
I do.
2B and a 3C.
Yes, I know. I don't have the memory of a goldfish. I also don't have titles hanging around my nads, making me think that I'm more important than I actually am. So,
Didn't they call you captain a minute ago?
indeed, because I get shit done, not just talk about it. So,
I'll have you know that I have been in the papers many times.
wonderful.
I've had my name on many a thesis and dissertation. There has been many an improvement made to the city because of my contribution.
How many times have you
Don't you-
saved the world?
More than you can count. Why, the bill I put forth last week saved... what are you laughing about now?
Now, please, do go on. Enlighten me. Enlighten me how you stopped a goddess from destroying a world. How you stopped a Dracolich from melting the world and turning it into an undead wasteland.
And you claim to have done these things?
Yes.
Preposterous.
Wonderful.
We
Glad we're on the
these
same
fools
fucking
along.
page. Now, we would like
She
to
leans
see the
over and-
device.
She leans over with a she's trying to stifle a laugh and just whispers, And you see his eyes grow a bit wide for a sec. Well,
If he catches Seabreeze's eye line, she'll wiggle her eyebrows at him.
he kind of his massive form kind of shrinks back a little bit as he adjusts his shirt and kind of straightens it up. Oh, well, I wasn't aware that she had the connections to you particular folk. Wait, excuse my rudeness. I don't look at all what I would expect you to like, but I suppose appearances can be deceiving. I am well aware and experienced that too.
We spent a lot of time making sure we were out of the public eye.
Well, that's your fault then, I suppose. But, okay. Consider my confidence in your combat expertise renewed and accounted for. That's one asset in your pocket. Congratulations.
How about this, Dr. Professor? Instead of continuing to yammer here, you start working on that mountain of paperwork that's needed to get us to see the device. Because we don't have all year to sit here and play scribe and housemaid with you. We'd like to get this done and get on to saving the rest of this world.
I want to read this book.
It's a very good book, I'll mind you. If I write the book, you will be endowed by the... You know, anyway, I digress. Author in my side time and all, but I can get the paperwork started and get you guys in. But enlighten me then. What do you hope to do? If you want a convincing story, I have to have a good reason that you're in there. Are you going to tinker with it? Are you going to repair it? Or do you plan to be an expeditionary force? They may check you differently if you are carrying weapons, and I'm saying you're merely a cleaning crew. You'll see how bad that looks on me, right? If I say a cleaning crew is going in with a halberd and a sword.
Well, not all of us have to go in. If we could leave our weapons behind and just the people that are going to be doing the tinkering or whatever could go in.
So an armed cleaning crew?
You tell me most people here don't walk around with arms? Dr. Professor of the Mir Guild?
Fair enough, but the Council's a little bit more jumpy of late.
I wonder why that could be.
It's not an issue if you just at least give me some context to write the paperwork as.
Look,
is
man,
it
we're
really
not
so critical that you're vague on everything?
Who would you like us to be?
Well, the easiest is to say that you're just another mercenary force that's going in to fight the robots. It's the easiest answer to give them.
And what
they'll
happens if
weapons, and then they'll write you off as taxes.
And what happens if we don't disappear into the device?
Well, they're going to want to know what the device is doing, so they're going to monitor it and see why you didn't teleport, conduct a lengthy investigation onto the properties of what just happened and why you didn't teleport, probably take some readings, some blood tests. Maybe they built a device. I've got one sitting in the back that might use. But in any case, they'd probably run some experiments on you. So if you want to go in as a technician and look at it, they're going to want to see some credentials, and I can make some up, but it's better if you can at least back it up.
I think our crew here has enough credentials. Whisper, I'm sure you've got connections to prove that.
But I do.
Good. All I would like to do is get close enough that my allies can at least attempt to ascertain where the device sends things. Like I said, I have a particular connection with planar magic. I would like to investigate. Beyond that, it's beyond my wheelhouse. I don't claim to be a scientist.
I'll write you up as referred technicians from Dr. Professor Borst to investigate the anomalies and see if we can recalibrate it to identify the location of their temporal disturbances. Yes, I'm gonna have to fill out another section. Right, okay. Well, I've got a mountain of work ahead of me then. Feel free to mingle about the lab. I'm going to get this started to get you in. Don't say I didn't warn you, though. Hopefully you can solve this and give us some insight. And if you do discover where this has been sending them all these years, do let me know. I would love to have my name in that paper.
I'm sure we can make sure you get a footnote in there. Yes.
Not just a footnote. Dr. Professor Borst won't accept anything more or less than his name on the co-signee papers.
Then you best well earn it, Dr. Professor. Get a move on.
Stubborn, idiotic fools. All right. Where did I put that pin and...
Interest just tilts ahead toward Whisper. That went well.
He's an ordinary fellow, but he does mean... And he's not lying when he's saved world. Just limit your scope of the world to Jerirag himself, and he's saved it plenty of times.
Right. And what of you, Garrett? What do you bring to the table? Well, obviously, your form is unique, but...
Weapons!
Okay.
Do you want weapons? Test weapons!
Just turns at Hildie. Sounds like he's right up your alley.
What kind of weapons there, Garrett?
Oozes! And slimes. Things that melt. Fighting robots, yes? Robots melt nicely.
I have no further questions.
I have one. Did these robot melting oozes also melt flesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right.
Flesh and steel and bronze and copper.
How does your suit work? Why don't you melt
Glass.
The whole suit is glass?
No. Front glass. Breast appendages. Controlled. Mage hand-esque. Crystals. Speaker grill. Magic mouth. Gets named Garrett Glorpp wrong.
Huh. That's actually fascinating, and I would love to take a closer look at that later. But that's probably invasive, though, isn't it? So,
And yeah, required.
What do you eat?
Proprietary. Study of the individual known as Garrett Glorpp is an ongoing investigation.
Oh, okay.
Owned by the Mir Guild, I assume?
Correct? All is owned by the Mir.
I guess you're welcome to well taken care of, at least, then.
Garrett Glorpp is very well taken care of in light of incident.
Sure.
Can I ask you a personal question, Garrett? Do you?
As long as it does not breach the proprietary information.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it would, but I also know how these things are. So, do you like? What's your like living situation like? Like, do you go home after work, or are you just?
Are you asking him out?
No, Jesus, I'm asking if he's. Have you learned nothing about me in the time that we have known each other?
Sounds like you're asking him out.
Well, that's not what I'm doing. My God, did you? Is that what you think flirting is? Oh, jeez.
I
No.
asked him where he lived.
I asked him if he lived somewhere and not just in a box at the end of the day.
You think he lives in a box?
What the fuck is happening?
No.
We're sorry, Glorpp. I mean, Garrett.
Again, Glorpp lives here in the lab in his suit.
Hmm.
Can
have
you
no
come and
home?
go? Oh, so you're allowed to ask that? But when I do it, it's weird.
It did sound weird. But Glorpp, do you have a home?
He points to his like body of sorts, the structure he's in. Home.
Okay. Home is where the heart is.
Can you come and go as you please?
Would be dangerous for all those around Glorpp Garrett.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
The suit is a bit for his protection as well as all of ours. We had to build it because when his body went through the incident, as he says, it kept growing. Everything he consumed enlarged his slime-like body. This was not very good.
You made him a glass home.
Yes, in a sorts. It allows him to retain some semblance of his former humanity and keeps him safe and able to continue working.
Right. Well, the Doctor Professor is writing his mountain of paperwork. What else can we do here?
Well, you are free to hang about the lab. I don't recommend touching things unless you are absolutely sure you know what you're doing and want to face the wonderful lecture you'll get from any of the mates here, or if you want to talk to them about it, you certainly can, if they'll enlighten you. You can roam around Jerirag if you wish as well. They're all right order about, so just keep your wits about you. It shouldn't take him as long as he grumbles, of course, to actually write up the paperwork.
Speaking of that, you have maps of the city here? I'd like to get a better lay of where the White Order are stationed, where the headquarters are, where there's higher contingents and population, I just want to understand the city better.
I can try to share what I know, but I'm afraid it's, well, probably not as much as you'd like. The White Order isn't keeping any headquarters or central location. They tend to rove about and shack up at the council. They try to set up headquarters, but call them dissidents or rowdy scientists or what you will. Once they learn the location decided, that would be the best place to test experiments. And since Jerirag is a bit of a free city of sorts of that, it clashed. You can imagine.
You know, for once, kudos to Jerirag.
Yeah, gotta admit, that's effective.
Yep.
So
Council
they're
can't
roaming.
really stop
They're roaming with council protection, essentially, or permission.
permission, so to say. Not so much protection, but everyone in the guilds knows to pick a fight with them would potentially draw the ire of the council their way and cut their funding. So, call it a bit of a cold war. Stalemate, if you will.
Did they bring their shadows?
Well, they tried. Turns out they were just as, well... Once they got over the bit of fear, it turns out Jerirag was more curious about them than afraid and tried to abduct them. That also didn't end well. For either side. So, another agreement was made to keep them out of the city.
That's
They
good
do
news.
patrol the outer outskirts, though, to my knowledge, but not within the city walls, or city confines.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah, the Simic really tried to apprehend a few of them.
Well, we've had run-ins with the Simic before, and they're all a bunch of fuckers, so at least they're doing some good this time.
Chaotic neutral at its best, I suppose.
Yes. Chaotic profitable. Go where the money is.
Go where the science is. Money is usually a means to an end for most.
Right, let's go over the maps, get an idea of what the city's like. Short stack, you and your crew. I don't know. Start thinking up better plans than what Dr. Large Ass came up with.
Yeah.
You hear a crackling as overhead a blaring loud noise erupts.
Oh, I can hear you, you know.
Oh dear, someone loves the sound of his own voice.
Well, yes. You must first love yourself before you can learn to love your experiments. Something like that. I wrote it as one of my openings in one of my books. To love science is to love oneself. Anyway, you should check it out. It's a masterpiece. Back to
Paperwork, Borst.
I'm aware. I just wanted to let you know that I can. Borst out. Yes, the whole place. Sorry.
It's alright. I'll just make sure everything I say is worth being heard. Like usual. Yeah, Anderos will swing around and just start waiting for Whisper to pull out maps or whatever she's got, whatever information she's got.
She'll start laying some drawn maps of Jerirag, kind of general overlay of what you'd already you've seen, the layout. She'll point out a few kind of patrol routes of the White Order that she's at least observed. They're a little bit on the they have a pattern to them to an extent, but they do change up, mostly to try and avoid being abducted by those in Jerirag. Because although they don't want to draw the council, there are always those that still want more experiment subjects, and who's going to miss the White Order? So there's definitely a tense, again, Cold War is the best way I can describe it, where neither side wants to act because they're sitting on a kettle of, very chaotic magic. Jerirag has never been one to bow or submit, and they're not going to, but for now, they're kind of just being fine, we'll deal with you being here. But kind of buzz off and leave us be. But some are saying that there are rumors that the council is working a bit more with them, whether it's weapons funneling or funding or what. It's a bit hazy. There has not been any big details. Whisper has not been able to infiltrate into the council.
Okay.
Is anyone else joining the discussion with Whisper or going with that, or what's everyone else kind of doing?
We'll do some infiltration work.
What about you, Thamor? What you up to?
Generally just staring all around them bits and bobs around the building here.
There are just various trinkets, inventions is maybe you could best describe them. Various things in partial stages of completion, though you don't really know if they're completed or not. They're various just objects you've never seen, papers scattered everywhere, blueprints of things that you couldn't even probably comprehend. But
How dare you? They were smart. I have a intelligence of
less
13.
of about being smart and more about there's just things you've never seen before. So you can maybe piece together maybe some functionality of certain things, but it's hard to know what something is if you've never seen it before and it's now crudely drawn in some invention format.
That's what they were doing.
Let's go into ask Fairtail if he remembers parts of Jerirag that we've been through already.
Ooh, question. Roll and see. It's there. How do you How do you? Yeah, he's kind of looking about. He's been kind of quiet most of the entire time as he's been walking through the city, just kind of looking around. His eyes kind of wide, and as you've been going through all the conversation here, he's been mostly just kind of to himself, looking around the facility.
Well, she tries to make sure that he doesn't look like he's feels depressed or it must be disconcerting return after such a long time.
Kind of breaks himself out of his little daydream of sorts when you kind of come closer.
Sister. Oh, I apologize. It's still hazy to me. I barely even remember the Jerirag that I left, and coming back, it's like stepping into a whole new world again. It's amazing. I'm sure the sense of awe I felt here is what I felt then, but it is definitely weird to have been someplace but not remember it.
We can rediscover it together, I suppose.
Oh, what do you want to see first? I, for one, would like to see my old stomping grounds, if the Orzhov will potentially let me in. I wonder if my old badge would even work.
This is a great idea.
I wonder if I had a room, and if the room is still there.
And you see Ren kind of
amazing.
Look over, kind of hearing all this.
I wouldn't count on it. Sorry, friend. Drats. Well, then, Fairtail will just have to get a new room.
Right.
What say you, sister? Shall we go reapply to the Orzhov?
She looks over to the Brain Trust, as it's been named. Where exactly are we all going to stay?
The spirit just looks back.
I've already secured lodging here if you wish to stay in the facility, in the laboratory. If not, there are some taverns about that I can recommend, though I would highly recommend locking the door every night if you decide to stay in taverns. The Simic and even a few of the other guilds are known for forcefully recruiting members.
Well,
Yeah, and as kind of a springboard from that, might want to make sure that he would get snatched up so fast by somebody.
Where is Bean right now?
You set him
He
loose.
was? I did. I flew him. Yes.
Roll me a... Ooh, with it.
Is Bean already an experiment?
Roll me just a... You know what? I'm gonna leave something to chance. Go ahead and just roll me a D... Just roll D20. Throw together some stuff.
$16.
Alright. I was gonna say on a high roll you have something good happen, on a low roll it's going to be he's gotten caught. But so you try to reestablish your connection with Bean. There's a lot of interference in this city. This city is pretty much an untamed cannonball of magic. But are you trying to like just talk to him, or are you gonna try and like share his sight?
I was not necessarily trying to reconnect with him in game. I was more asking as a meta question, like where the hell did he get off to?
I mean, again, that's something your character would know by only connecting with them, but he's
Okay.
set him
So
loose
then
to
I
explore
will.
the city.
That makes sense.
So-
Then I will try.
Okay.
Oh,
my God.
Hello, familiar. I have found a most wonderful fish stall.
Oh.
I suggest you come check it out. They are giving me free fish for the free. They are
Wait a
giving me
minute.
fish for just merely me talking to them and sitting upon their nice little umbrella. I have become a mascot of sorts, they say.
Oh.
At least
There's-
somebody in this fair city knows my word.
Fairtail, we have to go. Bean may be getting abducted immediately.
Yes, come on down.
And you hear through, like, as he's speaking out, it sounds like he's speaking out to her.
Come to the Golden Bean Cafe. Fish and
no.
coffee at your leisure. And yes, I will take another salmon, please. Thank you.
She runs out the door.
Fish? Oh, this is going to be great, sister. I've heard great things about the fish.
That Thamor runs after fish? Someone say fish?
What does Thamor do?
I mean, I just assume Fairtail just runs off looking for fish.
So he goes with he goes with
Is Thamor
Seabreeze.
going with Thamor and Seabreeze? Or is Thamor staying with the Brain Trust and
Anderos.
Anderos.
The Brain
I-
Trust and Anderos.
I don't claim to be
Oh, and
part of
Amos
the
is
Brain
here.
Trust.
Brain Trust and Associates.
I'm in the ideas guy.
I suppose fishing.
Where are you gonna fish?
I'm sure there's rivers or canals or something that run through the city.
Thamor has like an
Is
internal
it
compass
a-
that points to the nearest fish.
Thamor, did you say you're gonna go fish?
Yes.
Okay. Whisper is very gonna quickly turn around.
Chitter, if you would. Yes,
He kind of rustles in his sack a little bit and hands you a small little piece of paper.
you will need this if you wish to fish. There are laws against unlicensed fishing in Jerirag. many of the fish here are not natural or native. Yes, to this land or plane. So, you will need this. It will give you license to fish and tally all the fish you have caught, and it will tell you whether or not you are allowed to keep fish. If you are not, if you fish up a unknown or one that it tells you to go, please throw it back immediately or dispose of it if required. But okay.
This is a strange place. And Saber will take the piece of paper.
Yes, it is. Oh no. Okay, well, have fun. Fishing. Yes. Okay. Hopefully he won't get eaten. We lose so many fishermen here.
I don't think we need to worry about Thamor. There hasn't been a fish yet he hasn't bested, so...
Oh, well, there are several fish here that haven't been fished before either. They've claimed all the fishermen who have tried.
Don't say that, fuck. You're just gonna tempt him more.
It is true, though. The Simic have been very eager to make fish that could be sustainable for all. In doing so, they have created some pretty nasty bioengineered fish.
Would Thamor at least receive a reward if he kills one of them?
If reward, you mean immediately apprehended by the Simic and investigated for how he possibly overcame the fish, so that they could potentially re-engineer the fish to be even better as a version 2, then, yes, rewarded. Science.
Thamor, please only go kill simple fish.
Oh, Saber's already gone.
I was gonna say, Thamor's long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Anderos looks up and goes, fuck.
Distant explosions.
Chitter, if you would be so kind. I don't know. Go chaperone him.
But Jitter has many experiments to complete.
I'm pulling a
behind
surprise.
on
I'm stealthing away.
paperwork.
I'd rather not have a diplomatic incident on our hands. And Thamor is nothing if not one of those walking.
But how?
Please.
Is it okay, Dr. Professor, that Jitter go out for a little bit to...
Fine, I suppose. Your dissertation on the advanced efficacy of transmutational magic weapons can be completed later. Go make sure that the armored one doesn't cause an incident to our good name.
Thank you. Alright, take care then. Wait up! A tall one. Jitter is coming.
Anderos is gonna... As all this is going on, Anderos will turn to Whisper. What's my brother up to?
Last I got word after you departed, was heading back to Galaran, I believe, to try to, well, reconvene some of the forces and set up a new plan and...
No, sorry. The one here.
Oh!
I already met up with Hadrian. We're fine. But I assume it's my other, older brother who is running things around here, based on what you said earlier.
Yes, I believe so. It seems as he's got a chip on his shoulder. That seems to be a family trait.
Well,
I guess your family's in a bit of a precarious standing with the Order.
Well,
My-
yes. I've absconded after being a shit all my life. My brother and sister and parents have all absconded after telling them all to fuck off. So we've got one left, and likely... Well, he doesn't give up so easily on accomplishments.
I'm not so sure. I've not gotten to meet him personally, and it seems like he's trying to fix what your family has broken. Pardon
That's
the
fine.
phrasing, but I don't know if he truly means it or not, but it seems as though he may not have a way out. Again, speculation. An outsider's view. He shows up occasionally for some of the patrols, and usually is the one to address the council in some of the meetings. Beyond that, I tend to stay away from him.
Wise choice. Well, if nothing else, it might make sense for me to get some sort of more permanent disguise. I do have magic for it, but it sounds like that's something I might want to keep in reserve in case I need it for actual things. So, I don't know if you or anyone else here has one more of those fine hats that Rand's been making over there, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea if I procured one.
Hats might do you well on the streets, but I do caution your use of them close to the council or any of the guild headquarters. They have much tighter security there, and a simple magical disguise will falter immediately. If you wish to get in, it will be needing a more clever hand or permanent transformation. If that be your choice. If you truly wish to hide yourselves, that is.
How permanent are we talking here?
Well, if you are wanting to go the full 9 yards, as they say, the Simic can disfigure you permanently, make you a completely different person. Barring that, of course, you can, well, there may be some crafty means of disguising yourself through normal, non-magical means, or creating disguises that way, or maybe the Orzar have some old relic of sorts that no one else knows about. Ren just shrugs. It's always a chance. There's so many oddities there that haven't been discovered. I mean, hell, there's an offhand rod of fishing. Who knows what else might be in there?
Well, I'm decent with magical disguises, but I could probably use some help with a physical one. My family isn't known for, well, facial fuzz, so that might be a good route to go. Plus, well, if luck would have it, Ondor doesn't know I'm blue, so that might help.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So how about we see what we can scrounge up? Seeing as it's your line of work, I defer to your expertise, Whisper.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I can see what I can manage, and depending on how you want to disguise yourself, I can try. Can't say I've really done makeup on a being of your skin color before, but I'm sure I'll figure something out.
I have full confidence in you. For what it's worth, if you're with Body Boy, he was a master of disguise himself, so...
Oh, that he is. He always lets a little bit of himself slip through. That's the charming part.
Hee
But yeah, Anderos will see how Whisper can disguise him. He is not proficient in disguise kits, but he hopes she is.
That she is.
Wonderful.
But
he'll take a seat here
depends
on
on-
the anvil and wait for his makeover.
Pulls out big hammer. No. All right. What about you, Hildie?
I think that right now Hildie is in this kind of like weird limbo state where she's just kind of like waiting for the next thing to happen. She absolutely does not want to go out exploring. For all she knows, people are still out to get her in Jerirag, so she's staying put and just laying low. But she's also really antsy about the fact that she's holed up here. So I think that she would just be like puttering around the lab, like kind of aimlessly. She might be tinkering on things here and there, but nothing huge. Just trying to keep herself occupied.
And I'll say it's like you're kind of doing that, and the other two are kind of in a same bit of state. You'll hear again the crackling over the, call it what it is, an intercom of sorts that he's devised. I can hear you putzing around. If you're so bored and so well acclaimed as you three seem to be, why don't you help me out then? Maybe not all the paperwork, but I've got several experiments I could look upon by associates' eyes. At least put your brains to good use, by gods. Call yourself scientists. Dawdling about. Is this thing still on? Yeah, well, that's the first thing you can look at is why is it not turning off when I'm done talking and muttering myself?
What?
Yes, well, it's still on. Damn it. But what's that?
They always say don't meet your heroes, and I gotta say, I remember reading his papers and being fascinated by them, but now, okay.
He really does know what he's talking about, but yes,
I know,
there's a
but
reason
he's-
we all... Oh, I can still hear you, you know.
Oh, I know.
I am very honored to be your hero. Yeah. I don't do autographs, though.
Look, I was being hyperbolic, man, let's be honest, but I just gotta know, though, do you have a ghostwriter or something?
I had a machine that would write for me as I...
Oh, it's fucking AI. Okay, enough said.
No. It just simply it wrote exactly what I said. It was like a auto pen type thing, auto quill for me. As you, no independent thought. My thoughts are my own. No one thinks for Dr. Professor Borscht, but Dr. Professor Borscht himself. They once tried to make a automaton machination of myself. Merge my brain, something into it. It exploded by the sheer weight of the knowledge I carry. That in a short circuit. But who's really to say?
While he's rambling, can Hildie be looking for the source of the, is it a speaker or what?
It's there's a box up on the ceiling or on the wall here that houses a spell stone. But he's using basically a kind of like a sending, just a vocal, like a, what's the word? There's actually a spell for speaking out loud in another location. But
magical intercom.
Can he like question number one? We're obviously being listened to. Is there some kind of check that I can make to just scan the room to see if we might be being like visually surveilled as well?
you can roll me an Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
There are so many bugs, it blinds you momentarily. This is Jerirag.
30-20.
32. Yeah, you do notice that where Glorpp is currently now, like standing, or was standing before over here, is a large mirror. And you get this odd sensation that you can kind of feel a bit of a, as though he's watching you from the mirror.
Is the mirror like affixed to the wall or?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like he's, as if he's got a mirror of its own and looking through it kind of deal.
Oh, this is the... I wish that I had subtle, but I don't. So I guess I'm just going to have to try to be stealthy. Just while he's continuing his ramble, I see the mirror that Glorpp is standing in front of, and where is this box, by the way?
The box is up here. The mirror is here. Glorpp was standing in front of it earlier, but he's moved aside.
Oh, how chaotic do I feel like being right now? Just because I just want to fuck with the hippo. That's literally my only aim right now. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna straight up, I don't even care that he might be watching me. I think that he's just going to be, continuing his ramble, and I'm just going to clock that it's coming from that box, and I'm going to dispel it. Just right in the open, I'm going to dispel it.
So you just kind of like wave your fingers, kind of start casting the spell, and he doesn't hear you. He's still going on.
And why? Well, I'm on the subject, and to distract myself as I'm writing this, they tried once again to extol me for my brilliance.
Just go silent, and you hear like down the hall, quietly, as he's talking to himself loudly, but the sound goes no, and he has no idea.
This hippo.
And you see,
when he figures it out, you're gonna hear.
Stop.
Followed by. What is going on in here?
he doesn't know it's been dispelled. He's just talking to himself now in the room.
Yeah.
And you see Glorpp just turn to you and just give you a little thumbs up.
She gives him a thumbs up back.
Nice.
Well, he'll be busy for a while. And so since she knows that he's occupied, he said that there are experiments around, so she's going to go and check them out. May as well.
Yep.
She'll just be fucking with this shit for a while.
Yep, and Glorpp will kind of assist you in terms of like pointing things out or like explaining things that he can to you that aren't, because a lot of stuff here is just kind of works in progress or theories. And he's kind of forgotten. He doesn't necessarily care as much about the NDA unless it's his own stuff. He doesn't really care about Boris NDA, so he kind of spills a little bit more than he really should. Especially since he knows Boris can't listen because they fucked with his voice box. He's gonna fuck with them. So, all right. So I guess while that's occurring, we'll hop on over to the others just to spread things around. So Anderos is getting a makeover. Wait, is this an armor fitting session? No.
I mean, it can be if she wants.
Wait, we have no one to betroth them to.
Sorry, Headline.
Okay. So you guys had gone back into the streets. You are heading to where you last kind of got a feedback from Bean, who is now apparently masquerading as a mascot. That's a funny way to say it. For a cafe that he shouted out being the Golden Bean.
Hurriedly trying to not draw attention to ourselves, but yes, move in that direction.
I'm back.
And I will say,
Oh, hey,
for
look, come here.
sake of convenience, because I don't have a map prepared for it, I'm going to say past this point up here that there is a bridge overlooking a large river that was going through Jerirag.
I was too zoomed out. Where?
Up in the north, like up here.
Okay.
Like I'm going to say this part here crosses over a bridge with a, a decently sized river coursing through
Nice.
Jerirag for Thamor's fishing spot of sorts. I have a map for that planned. I mean, totally planned. Just blew up because roll 20.
Hey.
Oh, I prepare for everything, every sinner.
Anyway. So, the streets are a bit still bustling as people are moving about. Again, you see all the
probably makes it
construction
easier
going.
to move quickly.
Huh?
That probably makes it easier to move quickly. If there was no one
Yes.
around, people would notice if I was hurrying.
Yes, no, there's
Hurrying.
I'm not going to populate. There's a lot of people kind of moving about. It's in, midday. There's just a lot going on. And like I said, I wish I had a good build on the map in terms of being able to show just the oddities that you would see. And the best I can do is theater of mind it in terms of, because there's all sorts of different humanoids. There's all sorts of, just things being carted around and sold at these little stores. People are walking around with, again, experiments happen all the time. There's people walking around in several states of mutation from the Simic. There's people walking around with kind of almost just robotic pieces attached to them.
Nice.
It is a just bizarre, out of place city.
I guess I'll ask a few questions while we're rushing then.
Mhm.
One is, other than the white leaf, sort of invading, uniformed people, are there any constabulatory looking people,
Not that you can really tell. So Jerirag,
Curious.
I think it was mentioned in the lore doc. I don't know how much Seabreeze. I guess roll me a history check, Seabreeze. See if you remember from what they would have taught you back in.
12 plus something. Find it out in a second here while it loads. 12 plus history, which is 4, which is 16.
Okay. So you're not super familiar with it, but you vaguely remember maybe Hildie brought it up, or maybe it was brought up back in the training as the Faceless, but Jerirag doesn't operate in the same function as other cities. They don't have a guard, per se. Members of the Mir are usually often conscripted or asked to perform as a, military of sorts or defensive action if need be. But generally, if there are lawbreakers or such, it's kind of up to the guilds or their own province to take care of it. And if it is an act of a guild against another guild, it goes to the council and guilds can lose funding and all that sort of thing. So there's a lot of pressure amidst the guilds to keep tight reins on their own people. And one of the biggest superstitions / truths to an extent of Jerirag that you are familiar with that role. Yes, they don't necessarily have a city guard. However, the punishment here is kind of scarier than if there was, because you may just end up being disappeared into a guild for research, because you've now forfeited your any other option.
Okay. Here.
The guilds,
Got it.
basically, it's the guilds kind of in their own territories or districts kind of have their own way of keeping peace, but there is no omnipresent, like, police force that's under one rule.
But there are more powerful people that would be
Yes.
the
and
ones to... Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, they may not stand out, or you might be able to pick out some in the crowd that seem like they kind of hold themselves higher, or they seem armed. That would be probably the biggest indicator, is seeing those that are armed with, like, especially some technological pieces you may not have seen before.
Okay.
And some general explosives because, well, the Mir.
The other was thing that I was going to say was she keeps watch over the others she's with as well for pickpockets.
Okay.
Trying to be extra vigilant.
Okay.
But otherwise, running towards the jogging towards the beam.
Okay. See ya. I mean, I'll say you can roll me a perception to see if to keep an eye out for the.
That's another 16. Would be really high. 19.
Oddly enough, you brush up against several people. You kind of maybe assume people are going to do it, but nobody even makes the move to pickpocket you.
They know.
Perhaps a sense of knowing, or perhaps a sense of people are more afraid to accidentally pickpocket the wrong person here. And, well, given that this is a city of weird inventions, Hildie would probably know, as well as Orryn and Ren, for those just on side note for fun. Pickpockets were probably a problem once, until the Mir started selling inventions against pickpockets. Now you can lose your hand or worse if you try and pickpocket the wrong person.
Miniature bear traps.
Miniature bear traps, miniature portals, miniature unstable portals, miniature corrosive vials, miniature other traps that go right in your pocket.
Pocket amputators.
Miniature claymore.
Yeah, because war crimes are merely just a suggestion here.
Call that the Denver jockstrap. Okay.
So as you approach the spot where you kind of last known B&B, you see a large gathering of people crowded around a small stall. The sweet, savory smell of fish, intermingled with coffee, weirdly enough, is stemming from this, and you can see it's clearly owned by the Simic. They've got their branding on top, but you see a sign has been hastily erected over whatever the sign was before that simply says, "The Golden Bean Fish and Coffee," to which your familiar is sitting lazily about at the top, waving his paw and snacking on the occasional fish. Yes, come all to the Golden Bean, bathe in my radiance, and feed me for fortune.
Oh my god. Wow, I didn't need to help him at all. I thought he was being suckered in, but no, he's really established himself as a local celebrity. Okay, I'll bite. So I'll go in as best I can around the crowds, just see if I can see employees, if there are any.
You see several masked, like, they've got kind of a plague doctor-esque mask on, kind of a trademark of the Simic, it seems.
I see.
As they are serving, cooking, grilling, doing all sorts of kind of making of the coffee and fish and serving it out to customers around. As you get close with Fairtail's, you see his ears perking up. He's kind of sniffing the fish with a very wide grin. Golden Bean, of course, looks out. Ah, there he is, my familiar. Come. Bask upon the glory. I have ascended. I have found my true calling to Lathander. I have become a beacon
to all. And I get rewarded generously.
Are people buying this? Like,
Oh yeah, they're like,
Whoa.
you see people are just kind of cheering. They're starting to kind of grow up a crowd. They're all buying stuff, and you'll notice that on top of the other fish and stuff, you notice in the back that they're starting to bring out crates of other things, and you start seeing T-shirts, like linen shirts
What?
with the bean painted upon them.
What? How did they get this together so quickly? Oh, magic. Okay.
In a city that moves quickly, new businesses pop up everywhere. And I, upon smelling the sweet aroma of fish, offered my deific presence in exchange for some. Yes, it was glorious. And thus, this magnificent temple to my glory was born.
All right. Who's the employee that seems to be encouraging this? Or are they all kind of?
There's
gotten
one
set up somehow.
No,
with
there's
some
like a
employee.
manager of sorts that seems to be kind of ordering everyone around,
Alright.
calling them all out, kind of got a bit of a checklist in hand of a stack of papers, marking things off, calling out orders and stuff. And he kind of looks up and he goes, "Oh, hey, you familiar this one was talking about?
Yes.
I was wanting to talk to you. Yeah, how much to break your contract with him? He's kind of off Mascot now.
Hmm. So
How much you want for him?"
It's. I'll have to think about that.
I'll give you 200 gold pieces.
Sir, please.
250.
No, I will need to think on it more than in the
Lass, this is
span
a
of 5
opportunity of a
seconds.
lifetime here. He's rallying the crowds, as you can see. And
By all
I'd
means,
like
if you wish me to dismiss him, keep forcing your hand.
to dismiss. He said you're the familiar,
Yes.
so he dismiss you anytime he wants, right?
I look with your eyes, man.
Look around you, little lass. We're in a city of magical marvels.
He is a Tressum.
That guy, they could all be homunculus for all you know. Hell, I could even be a cat. No offense.
Would you like me to dismiss him?
Oh no,
Demonstrate
he's
who is
racking
the
up
familiar?
sales. I'm not going to question it. As long as he's racking up sales, I could care less if he were a Tressum or an octopus.
Well, then I believe I am due some share of your profits.
Well, that's what I'm going to discuss. If you're going to discuss profits, it needs to be employed here contractually.
I do
Otherwise,
not
he's doing this
believe he is
for the fish.
currently
He's
employed.
paid very handsomely in fish. In fact, he may probably owe us in fish. But we'll look aside that for now.
I believe he is providing you services for free at the moment, so I can make.
No.
that stop.
We've been feeding him. You see? And you see like a giant stack of fish bones next to Bean.
Yes, but there's no contract.
With the contracts to go forward and to establish a more permanent basis. You know, official law, keep above the law, all that jazz.
Well,
As I
he's
say.
required in other places at other times, but I'm sure he can be contracted on a temporary basis. But this won't be a one-time transaction. This will be a subscription-based service.
I see. Great minds think alike. Well, okay. So if you step inside, we can discuss our businesses about using his image in our merchandising, and we'll contact
All
the
right,
city
I'm all
village.
in. All right, I'm in. Yeah, I'll go with the guy wherever he wants to
Oh
go.
my god.
So we are.
I
now
need
going
money to
discuss-
pay off my Fey debt for speeding. This could be big for us.
This is not
We've now
where I
gotten
thought
into the
this was going
timeshare
at
that is the
all.
golden bean.
Oh my god.
This could really save my neck.
This was not on my Jerirag bingo card. I just want to throw that out there.
Listen, Jabba, I have the money.
So yeah, he's going to try to offer a payment plan to use Bean's image and likeness in their product and store, as well as could have you submit yourself to a bit of a magical alteration that will in part-time, allow a 50-50 split of the summoning rights to Bean. So that
I
they
don't
can
think-
summon him 50% of the week.
Wow. I was thinking something more like over the next, 2 weeks or something like that. They can lease his likeness, but it
Well,
would
that's not-
revert at the end.
Oh, that's not how businesses work here. They want to open up full time, go global, open up a chain. Think big, think outside the box. So they want his
Well,
likeness. They want to pay for his likeness and a split of the summoning time.
We'll see how it goes. Call this a trial contract then.
How much you want for this trial contract?
Period of performance for the next month, let's say, 50% time summoning rights with the schedule to be determined solely by me. 1,500 gold.
Strike a hard bargain. Let's say 1,200. We agree to the temporary contractual thing, but we also still get to keep his image for at least an extended period after it ends. So if we need a transition, we can keep doing so.
The extended image period lasts no longer than 3 months.
All right, I say I can work with that, and we'll do 1,200, but we'll supply your fine feline with his spare fish.
As long as you throw in some fish today for myself and my brother, you have a deal. She holds out.
You'll eat for free today. Treat you to the finest meal on the house. Fish and coffee.
You have a deal.
All right. Pay you half up now, half up at the end. Sound good?
Ooh, that might be a problem. That money might be spoken for already. You understand.
Oh. Well, could be a little trouble getting it right up front, but I can see what I can do. I can get you half now. Check back and maybe at least give me a few days to see how business profits so I can get you the other half. But
I'll be around. Don't worry.
all right, my good man. Pleasure doing business, and hopefully in the future the golden bean will, as they say, as your little friend has now endowed us with, shine through the light of the thunder for all, through the fish and coffee we offer you.
The rolling of eyes is physical. Everyone around can feel the eyes rolling. Yes, okay, all right. Show me the bag.
Yep. He heads back. You hear clinking of coins and stuff, so he bags up and gives you a bag full of 600 gold pieces.
All right.
For now being affiliated and contractually obligated to have been as a face to the Golden Bean Cafe.
Does he actually produce a written contract?
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Wonderful.
So he signs up, he drafts up a written contract, and you definitely sense a very strong presence of magic about the contract.
Oh no.
So
Can I do an arcana of some sort to make sure that it's not going to be, presto
Yep.
changeo ink or something?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, that's very good. 16 plus something. I think it's like it's a 9, so that will be 25.
you kind of curse over it. You raise an eyebrow, maybe even you kind of like kind of even off past say, legit, he's like, I'll completely above board. I lose my licensing if I had to deceive you in any way, sir. Here, and he hands you a magnifying glass. You can look it over with this. And the magnifying glass is a detect magic. So, yes.
Oh, is it really? Oh, wow.
So he lets you kind of look over the fine print, and there is no illusory magic on it.
Oh, okay, good.
Instantly pockets.
Nods. Yeah, all right. Yeah, actually. Well, no, she's not stealing anything. She just holds it and says, "What is something like this worth?"
Well, it depends. That one there needs to be recharged every now and then, so yeah, you could probably get it from the Is It for 300-400 gold, probably.
No, thank you. She hands it back.
It's useful for doing business, but outside of that, it's got a very small focal lens and has to be recharged its use basically recovers every 3 or 4 days after
charge.
Mm.
You can talk to the Izzet if you want one that's a little bit more functional, a little bit more, powerful. Yeah. But if you want a nice little business one, and he kind of leans in, low cut deal, I can probably get you on from that there Orzhov group. They sell some working ones and a little after effect, but cheaper. Yeah. If that's your cut of jib.
Her ears perk up, and yes, that does sound rather enticing.
All right.
Where-
Well,
how
you'll
would
forget
I,
in a couple days. I'll get you in contact with them. They got some fun stuff, but he slides you a sending stone. Keep in touch. Name's
Thank you.
Gerald, and pleasure to be doing business with you.
The hell should I say my name is? Nice to meet you, Gerald. My name is... I don't know.
You don't know what your name is, lass?
Well, I'm considering a change given the potential of our image being elevated so with the, deal that we've just struck. It's,
Well, just
wise to keep
whatever
your
name you
true
sign.
identity out of the limelight, right?
You can pretty much sign whatever name you like. Just know that in signing this, it's going to be traced to you. It's traced to you.
Understood. Sort of starts sidling away.
You signed the document?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. And what do you sign it as, just for curiosity's sake?
She puts an X.
Okay. All right. Well, pleasure with you, Miss X. And may our profits be profitable. And may Lathander bless your fish and coffee.
Yeah.
Get out in the out into the lobby, and they'll serve you right up.
Thank you.
You could have been the Gilded Lagoon.
The Gilded what?
The Gilded Lagoon.
You're good.
That's not bad. The first one came to my mind was, anyway. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it again. Who knows? But yeah. So you go out and they bring you, a fresh, piping hot plate of some of the best cooked fish you have ever had. You have to wonder if there's some magic involved in the way they do it, and some coffee on the side. Strange that somehow it goes well with the fish here, but maybe you're not one to complain.
I'm sure Fairtail is
Oh, Fairtail on coffee is a sight to behold.
hovering.
I can go back to the past. No.
Ow, my throat. Okay. So while that's happening, quickly jump to Thamor and Chitter, who got left behind.
Wait up! Wait up! Walk fast for tall armored men.
You walk slow. And why are you following me?
Your friend group captain person said to keep an eye on you. You do not know the waters here in Jerirag. The fish here are very dangerous.
We fought worse.
I'm sure you have, but it's why you walk and talk, chitter to snuff. Okay, but the fish here are not like any you've ever seen. We boast that we claim fishermen. The Simic love to watch the fishermen get eaten. And
And he kind of leans, tries to. He clambers on, tries to lean to your ear, and can't reach, and just tugs.
Come. Yes, low.
Thamor kneels down though, but
Kind of leans close to your helmet.
And even if you were to succeed in capturing one of the, they call them rare specimens, that just marks you to be captured by the Simic so they can experiment on you, make a better fish. Don't you understand? It's a trap. Fishing here has never been the answer.
that doesn't sound right. Fishing is always the answer.
Oh. Chitter. just gonna have problems, isn't he? Oh boy.
Yeah, you come across a large bridge, and again, you can see a large river passing underby, and you see several spots set up with fishing poles that nobody is touching. There's just fishing poles mounted to the side of the bridge.
Are these just fishing poles people have left here? And are planning on coming back, or?
I told you they're traps. You're not illegal, unless you got the paperwork, you're not supposed to fish. So people without it go, oh, fishing pole, I can go fish. They fish, and then they get arrested. Well, arrested. They get dragged away by Simic. And then those that have the license go fish. They get killed by bigger fish.
I doubt this small river can have a big enough fish to cause a problem.
Okay, you don't believe Chitter?
Chitter just kind of scurries back at the foot of the bridge.
We fought a kraken. We're fine.
Okay. You fight big kraken. Think you're king of the fish. Kraken is natural fish. These are not natural fish. Chitter lost his siblings to one of these fish. I don't even know what sibling it was because it devoured my mother whole. But okay, you don't rush it there. Go fish. See if Chitter cares.
I will. You literally give me a license to fish.
It's the only nice thing to do, right? Otherwise, you get taken for free, and now at least you die stupidly instead of not stupidly. All right, go fish. Go. Don't believe Chitter. Go fish.
Okay, fine. I will fish.
I don't believe Chitter.
Claymore will not take one of the fishing poles. He'll take his collapsible fishing rod. Use that.
Just need to figure out a fishing score. It's not actually built one of us. We're gonna need to give Thamor an actual fishing score.
It's been 5 years, and I've been
I
fishing
know.
every single
You know
session. This is not a one-off thing I do.
I think in the past he just made attack rolls with his halberd.
I know.
Yeah, that was really it.
Honestly, I'm just tempted to keep going at that, but I'm almost tempted to give an actual fishing skill, but I don't know what to base it off of. It's in theory, it'd be dexterity, but I mean, it's Thamor.
Could be strength survival. The strength
Maybe.
of height, reeling something in.
Yeah, so 10 plus strength mod plus survival.
That would
Kind of
be.
deal.
Well, no, his.
Or, I'm sorry. The actual additional the roll would be
it would be
adding strength and survival.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
it'd be rolling
Sorry.
survival, but using strength instead of wisdom.
I mean, we just literally could just make a new score. We can just add a redundant score. This is fishing, and it's just a strength-based roll.
There you go.
And we can add modifiers to it later for shits and giggles, so it doesn't conflict with the attack rolls. All right, yeah. We're gonna make that a thing. So,
Did anyone get that?
Vasin is not unenthused.
Oh yeah, where is Faustin?
It
He's still
wasn't
curled
me
around
this
your
time,
shoulder.
guys.
I believe you can do it, Thamor. Fish
Thank
of
you,
the
Father.
biggest fish ever. Yes! I'm barking happy.
Okay, so am I rolling for fish?
yes.
Okay, got it. Halberd time. Let's see.
This gonna be
There we
like
go.
the magical pool that he threw the halberd to try and fish, and it just bounced off.
You cast your line into the water, and it, as it hits the water and sinks, you kind of feel it drift along the water for a minute, and then you feel kind of almost no resistance at all for a bit, which is a little perplexing, perhaps.
We should use some bait.
Oh, don't look at me.
But roll me a strength saving throw.
Yay!
Oh, for love of everything.
You forget, Salty. This
I
is
forgot. I pulled
Thamor.
a fucking dwarf out of the water.
No.
You have challenged a god to his own domain.
It's the other 600 gold I was promised.
I'm expecting a 1. Alright.
It's Chitter's long lost mother. Just pull her out of the water.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, she's definitely dead, but we found her.
It's just a skeleton, but
Full of
she's
a
here.
skeleton.
And then Seinfeld music plays and then roll credits.
There was a guy that was coming to arrest you, and he Benny Hilled it and frickin' did a flip into the river.
As the line kind of goes slack for a minute, you kind of get, you're feeling kind of that peaceful lull, and then there's a sudden snap as the line is just forcefully pulled forward. But it doesn't really phase you. You kind of, you're a trained fighter. You're, a very well-seasoned fisherman, and the sudden surprise pull doesn't really surprise
Hey,
you.
literal god of fishing.
You just kind of like, maybe twitch a little bit, and then you just yank out full force, yanking this thing out of the water, and you see this, well, if you want to call it a fish, fly out of the water, dangling on your rod before you. It's a fish with one human arm dangling off the side.
Oh.
Hey, buddy. This is a little awkward. Could you let me go?
It talks to you.
What the fuck?
Feed it to
Late for
Vashin.
school. Get it?
You're... One, funny joke. And two, why are you speaking?
Why are you?
You
Why
can't
are
just
you
ask people why they're talking.
Why are
Favor.
you sentient?
Yanked me out of my home and asked me why I'm speaking? Fuck you, man.
I was a human once like you.
I took an arrow in the knee.
Well, no, I lost my knee. You see, the Simic caught me and merging with a fish, thought they'd create a mermaid, and they created, well, me. And I've learned to accept it, but this hook kind of hurts. So
It's someone playing a trick on me. There's someone around here casting a spell to make you talk.
no, just was a person turned into a fish. Never heard of a man-fish before.
No. Heard of a bad man before, but not a man fish.
You've heard of fish man, merman. Just never a man-fish. Uncultured, I suppose. Got a school down here if you want to come learn.
This seems like a very poor place to have a school next to a whole bunch of fishing lines.
Well, you know how it is.
No.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Pretty sure you have an entire river you can do it by.
Yeah, well, this is my way to work. But if you so kind, could maybe continue the conversation, with me back in the water and the hook out of my mouth, yeah? Kind of waves his hand at you, giving you a little finger gun. And flaps his fin on the other side.
You know what, fine, you go back into the water. You are disturbing.
You're free to join me. Like I said, a lot of things we could teach you down there if you just want to join me and my buddies.
No, I think I'll just continue fishing.
Sure. No, just a little bit, dip a toe in. Give us a
I look
little
at the paper. I look at the paper license. What's it say?
Throw back. Do not listen to the fish.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss you back into the water.
All right, man. That's cool. That's cool. But you know, you could just dip a toe in. It's real fresh in there.
I spike into the water.
Oh my god. Well, it's a
See,
nice
Jitter
knowing
told
thing,
you.
Orryn.
It's a fucked up river.
When you said other beings, I thought you meant from different planes of existence, not
Oh, they're
from
in there
a
too.
reactor.
There are some that say that there is a plane to the water dimension in there, or the water plane somewhere in there, or other planes even. It's a tall tale, but some truth to it. Do you believe Chitter now?
Yes, it's not gonna stop me from fishing. I enjoy it. Don't you have a second license? Come join me. You'll be fine.
No. Chitter is not going to die like his mother and his unknown sibling.
You will not die by them. You have me by your side. You will be fine.
This is somehow less comforting than I think you intended to be. You who just pulled up a manfish.
I mean, I have pulled up multiple sentient beings from the water before. So,
I mean,
it's
that's
not my
what fish
first
are.
time.
I would hope you pulled up sentient.
Well, I mean, I
tried to
caught
normally
a
fish
dwarf
for
last
rocks.
time.
Chitter has no response for that one. Chitter's gonna sit here and watch.
Okay.
If you want to roll again, you can.
Fishing.
but I'm going to be right back real quick. Give me 1 sec.
If I pull the same fucking fish up again.
All right. You rolled again. Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Basically the same thing.
Yep. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Hmm?
Uh-oh. Alti's like, I've had enough of this bullshit. You feel now.
Oh no. Cool. Hey, more. As you're fishing your line, you feel this kind of tingling sensation crawling up, like that crawls up through the line, through the rod, tingling into your hands, up to your arms, up to your eyes, and a brief moment you see something kind of flicker. Words seem to appear and right in the on the space in front of you. For a brief moment, you blink and they're gone. Somehow, you know that something seems to know a lot more about you.
Oh, jeez.
There's a fish in there that knows about the god of fishing.
Well, you may have just gotten fished. Would you like to try again?
Yes. One more.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, Thamor, roll me another strength saving throw.
Yay! That one. Aww. Did you mean the roll of plus 100?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh no.
Well, I think this is the time something literally has said, fuck you. No second chances. So, I
So,
suppose Thabor was ripped off his feet.
no, because, I mean, I'm not going to spite you in that regard because technically you're not going to hold on to the halberd with nearly enough strength to be yanked that much. You'll probably be yanked forward and tumble, like, to the edge. I'm going to have you roll me a, dexterity saving throw to see if you fall off. But you're going to lose the grip on your halberd fishing rod, and you're going to see it just get absolutely subsumed into the water.
I mean, good thing it's the habit of recalling, but oh.
You can try.
I will dive into this water to get my halberd back. Okay, so it takes 30 saving throw?
It was nice knowing you, Thamor. You dive into that water and
nothing
Jerirag.
happened.
I don't think you're
There we
coming back.
13's the first one.
13 would
Maybe
fail,
you
so
come
you
back
actually
as a Thamor
stumble
fish.
over the ledge and fall into the water below.
Oh, it's all over. That's it, folks.
Chitter goes into traumatic shock. Oh no, not my mother! I get my mother again!
Either he comes out with another appendage, or we just created
What's that,
Godzilla.
Fashin? Little Thamor's fallen in the well?
Does Fashin come around the corner to me in fair tale? Like, bark,
Yeah.
bark.
Yeah, Fashin comes flying around.
Slow down,
Thamor has
boy.
been dragged into the waters below.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
I am fine, I do need help.
So, Thamor, you are surrounded by all sorts of just bizarre-looking fish with heavy quotation mark. A lot with appendages of various degrees of which humanoid or not attached to them. But they all
Okay,
scatter
okay.
as you hit the water, and you fall a bit, and you realize the river is a lot deeper than you ever imagined. And looking down, you see nothing but inky darkness. And then you see a set of eyes watching you from below. And you feel an intrusion on your mind. I will not be fish by the likes of you. And as you guys are rushing over, Thamor, you are going to be propelled out of the water by a telekinetic force at high speed. And you are launched out of the water into the air. Go ahead and roll me a, let's say a D10.
Okay.
All right, you fall 60 feet from the air.
Oh my.
Oh, good. He's gonna take fall damage.
No, the earth's gonna take me damage.
I have feather fall or something. Hang on.
The ground is gonna take Thamor damage.
Yeah, it's how big of an imprint I leave in the ground when I hit it.
Oh, I could do flock of familiars and buff at your fall.
You don't own the rights to those familiars
Or a
anymore.
bunch of beans.
You only get
Oh,
half
a
of them.
floating disc. Oh, maybe I could do it with floating disc. No, you just fall to 3 feet above the ground and on the disc.
Splat.
Okay, I don't have anything. Sorry, buddy.
Can I at least roll to see how epically I land?
Sure, you can roll me a performance check to see how epically you try to save.
Come on,
hell yeah,
Thamor, stick the
performance.
landing. Stick the landing,
Ankle
man.
completely shattered.
12.
That's a perception check.
Oh, it's perception. Thabor's just the ground coming out really well.
He saw the ground coming. He sees it. Big wide thing. It's
Okay,
a big
here you
wide
go.
name.
Thank you, Raina.
Wow,
Thank you
wow.
for giving me from a
Grow.
+6 to a -3.
Performance. What?
He saw the crowd coming the whole time.
Yep.
Hello, ground.
You try to strike the hero pose landing.
On
However,
your poor
you're still
knees.
upside down.
This is just Hildebrand.
Basically, yeah, you just suplex yourself. And roll me the fall damage, which I think is like 1d10 per 6
10
feet or
1d10
something like
per
that.
10 feet. Yeah.
So 66 should be. Not 60, 10, 66. It's
Or,
6,
sorry, 66, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow!
That is crazy.
I see like Thamor rolls his own damage because he just hits himself harder than I can roll.
Jesus Christ. That is
I want to
nuts.
see you roll 66 too. I'll see what happens.
All right.
Guarantee you it's below 20. Guaranteed.
Oh.
Oh.
I do.
Wow.
You
Even that
slam
high.
heavily onto the bridge, and Chitter just goes, I told him. You cannot blame. Told him it would happen.
He's
Not meant to be
probably
fish.
going to be okay. Seymour, what happened?
There was a fish down there who now has my halberd.
Oh, I like catching fish. And Fairtail kind of looks over, and you see his hair bristle. And he steps back.
No.
On second
Yeah.
thoughts, I remember very much not to fish.
I try to recall my halberd.
It doesn't return for the time being.
Okay, I pull out my Trident the Fish command now.
Oh god. Oh no.
I picked this up so long ago. I will use it.
All right.
I will-
Throw it
I
at
will
me,
start
I don't
doing to
remember it. Dominate beast. From it on a beast that has innate swimming speed. Then considered a beast. I mean, do you need line of sight to it though? 'Cause it's dominate beast, which would need line of sight, wouldn't it?
I mean, I just look for any
One
fish
beast
until
you
it's
can
go get my
see
halberd.
within range. Yeah, dominate beast.
It is. Well, the thing that you want to target is not a beast, so.
Well, I'll just pick a random fish and say, go get my halberd.
Okay. You tell a random fish that's got, it's just for sake, it's the one-armed fish that you somehow
Yeah.
Oh,
Yay.
bro, I got you. Give me a sec. I'll go scoop up your little fishing rod for you. Maybe you can join us. All right, here I go. Swimmy, 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 swimmy.
Oh god.
The river turns red for a short bit and quickly washes away.
I just realized who that fish reminded me of. You know the guy that they got to play Hitler in The Producers?
Guilty. No. Producers was great. Holy shit. Anyway.
What are you getting us into, Thamor?
Okay, well, I have 3 more charges of that, so.
Oh my god.
And I have one
Seabreeze,
more monkey.
Seabreeze recognizes the look of sheer determination, right?
He's got a helmet on, so no.
Can she tell by the body language that he's pissed though?
He's just vibrating.
Tilted at 45-degree angle.
I mean, this is probably the most pissed you've seen Thamor, despite having no facial expression. Yeah, Thamor is probably the scariest you've seen him right now, because I don't think Thamor's gotten angry at anything so far, except this.
All
First
right,
time he's ever been white knuckled.
Seabreeze sticks out her arms to her sides and like pushes everyone else away, like stand back. I think he's gonna do something really stupid.
Step back, he's gonna blow.
We might want to get off the bridge.
There are several Simic scientists though that have kind of caught wind of it, and they're all watching, writing notes, just muttering to each other. Is he really gonna do it? Oh, he
I
just
hope
can't
we're
be
back.
that stupid, can he?
I use another charge. There's another fish down there, just for the hell of it.
All right, Brody. Yeah, I can get it for you. My brother probably didn't know what he was doing. Give me a sec. I'm gonna swim on down, swim. Hey, it's pretty dark down here, and you said you're looking for.
Okay, I do have the question.
Are just
Is that
all the
entire
fish
school
in here
that
just
one fish? It's all just one guy.
I can only do so many voices, mind you.
I mean, I love that they're all the same
Yeah.
voice.
They're just all the producer Hitler guy.
Yeah. That's all this river is, those.
Fishler.
It's all the surface level fish that you can see.
It's just Fishler.
Fishler.
Jeez Louise. It's a good run. We've been banned somewhere.
The only thing I do now is toss plunk magic at it until something happens
Oh,
and I
no.
get arrested.
You've got an offhand fishing fishing rod.
I don't think I'm being a 100 on a roll. I don't think I'm beating that.
Not with that attitude, you won't.
If you keep saying that, I will fucking do this till I die or the fish eats me.
What would Thamor do?
I'll be really pissed that his halberd's gone missing.
And what would he do with that pissed attitude? How would he
Something
channel
about
that anger?
Does Thamor have any rational thought? Is I guess my question at this point.
Damn fish stole my halberd. He's just staring at the water right now.
For the next 2 sessions, Thamor isn't going to move, just staring vibratingly angry into the water off this bridge.
They go salty now, starting to combat them now. They're missing one of their fighters. You will have a fight on the bridge, and Thamor will not help. Thamor will stare at the water.
Whisper, "Where's Thamor?" Don't ask.
Thamor set up a little like he set up a little like a gravestone and a funerary like shrine for his halberd on the bridge.
like those shrines you see on the sides of the road. Sometimes just a stick and some flowers.
Oh gosh.
Well, unless you let me do something really stupid, which just simply pick up a rock and throw it at the water with plunk magic, might want to go on someone else.
I mean, you can, but I don't think it's gonna accomplish much. But maybe you'll get your halberd back in a bit.
It'll make Thamor at least a little bit happier, and he'll probably walk away from the bridge.
We'll see if this being has a plan for it.
Swear to God, I'm just standing. I swear to God, I'm just standing next to the bridge next time a halberd comes flying at me. Fuck.
Chuck that plink rock in there. Come on.
Do it.
Chuck your plink
Oh my God,
rock.
Salty is telling you to do it. Logo, I think you got
I
it.
suppose.
Do
I
it.
suppose
There's beans down there.
Do it.
beans. Oh my God, Thamor instantly jumps in.
Do it. It is a bean. It's a bean fish.
No, I will
It's the bean that
find
got
a
away.
rock or a potted plant or something nearby. And I will also spike into the water, well, like I did that one fish. Except with point
All
magic.
right. Roll me on the magic search table.
I'll try to bring it as far down as I can. Where's my table? It's a 1d100, right?
Yep.
$81.
Is it more body horror?
No, but I can't make this up because this is it's one of the stupider ones, but it is way too funny in the scenario we're in right now. Like, I have to copy and paste this because no one's gonna believe me. No one is gonna believe this. But this is 81.
to 300 feet away. I think the lab is within 300 feet.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. They were spikes the rock into the water and this emanates.
Does it emit shock waves across the surface of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Remember how I said distant explosions earlier? Well, that's a distant explosion you hear.
I was gonna say, this probably isn't the first time massively loud fart noise has been heard in Jerirag.
Of all the ones to Boulder, I can't make this shit up. That's on the list.
There's a couple heads that peek out of upper windows and just start clapping.
Seabreeze is backing away from that.
I suppose that's a good spot to end it.
Whoa.
Just echoes.
At least it doesn't
Seymour, I gotta
smell.
Go. You don't sound well.
It's the
And
sound.
definitely don't come over to the coffee and fish place. I have no idea what would happen.
It's the sound of Thamor revving up into full danger mode.
Does the sea monster that's under the water or whatever surface briefly?
It is so far deep that no, but it technically would feel like it's at 300 feet. But yeah, I will get to what the creature responds to next time, just to keep more suspense. But I think, however, that might be a decent place to start wrapping up because